The sun was setting over the dry lands of Burkina Faso, painting the sky orange and gold. A convoy of black cars rolled down the dusty road near a small farming village just outside Ouagadougou. People stood by the roadside, waving their hands as the vehicles passed. In the middle car sat Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso. He was returning from a meeting with local leaders about food security. As they passed through the village, Ibrahim noticed a woman sitting alone on the side of the road. She was holding a baby in one hand, and her other hand was gently wiping tears from her face. Behind her were two small children, barefoot, with sad, empty eyes. He tapped the shoulder of his driver. "Stop the car," he said quietly. His bodyguards looked surprised, but they obeyed. The convoy came to a halt, raising clouds of dust. Ibrahim stepped out, wearing his military uniform. The woman looked up in shock, trying to wipe her tears quickly. "My sister," he said gently, walking up to her. "What is your name?" She stood slowly, her voice shaking. "My name is Hawa, Mr. President. My husband was a soldier. He died last year in the north, fighting the terrorists." Ibrahim's face changed. He looked at her children, who stared at him silently. "And now you live like this?" he asked. She nodded, holding back more tears. "They told me I would receive help, money from the government, but I got nothing. The children are hungry every day. I tried farming, but the land is dry. No water, no seeds. I sold my last goat to buy food." Ibrahim was quiet for a moment. Then he clenched his fists. "Did you go to the local office for support?" he asked. "I went many times," she said. "They told me it's on the way, but it never came." He looked at his aide. "Find out who is in charge of the support program in this area. Tonight." He knelt down to speak to the children. "Your father was a hero, and heroes' children should never sleep hungry." Hawa's tears flowed freely now. "No one ever came. No one ever cared," she whispered. Ibrahim stood up. His voice was calm, but strong. "That ends today. I will come back, and we will make this right." That night, as the stars appeared over the village, the people whispered among themselves, "The president came. The president stopped. The president saw." But for Hawa, it was the first time someone in power had looked into her pain and promised to bring justice. The next morning, before the sun rose, President Ibrahim Traore sat in his office in Ouagadougou, his eyes dark with worry. He couldn't sleep. The image of Hawa and her children haunted him. He called for an emergency meeting with his advisors and ministers. "I want a full report," he said sharply, "on every widow and child of fallen soldiers. I want names, villages, payments, everything. And I want to know why this woman received nothing." The room fell silent. Some ministers shifted uncomfortably in their seats. A few hours later, a thick file landed on his desk. It was full of numbers, receipts, and lists of beneficiaries. According to the papers, Hawa had already received 2 payments, enough to support her for at least a year. "She never saw a single coin," Ibrahim said coldly. He stood up, voice rising. "So, who took the money?" The investigation moved fast. It didn't take long to find the middleman, a local official in charge of distributing funds. He had faked Hawa's signature. He had pocketed the money meant for widows and orphans. Worse, it wasn't just Hawa. There were dozens of other women, alone, forgotten, lied to. Ibrahim was furious. The next day, on national television, he addressed the country. He didn't wear a suit. He wore his military uniform, as he did on the battlefield. "To the people of Burkina Faso," he said, "I visited a widow yesterday. Her husband died protecting this country, but the money we promised her was stolen. The pain in her eyes broke my heart, and it broke my trust in those around me." He looked into the camera. His voice was steady, but filled with anger. "Let it be known, the days of stealing from the poor are over. I have ordered the arrest of the official involved. He is now in prison, and this is just the beginning." That same week, several corrupt leaders were removed from office.
I strongly believe this is exactly what is happening in the Nigerian army. Soldier go war front, he go buy. The family member don't go receive compensation. Even to see the dead body buried, na wahala. Some of them will go injure. Now then go by themselves, foot their bills either in private hospital or public hospital. I don't want to believe that Nigeria government does not make provision for anything of this nature, because I know all over the world there is need to compensate, to pay anybody who sustain injury. How government go take foot the bill? Anyone wey kpai, how government go take pay or compensate the family? I believe there's provision for that. Otherwise, some of these boys cannot just risk their lives for the nation, and in the end, their family go dey suffer if anything happens to them. I just want to beg the Nigeria government. Some of these complaints are becoming too much. There's need for them to set up panel of inquiries. Call this same set of people, investigate them properly. Otherwise, things like this, when it don't dey rampant, there's no way anybody wey you train, give am rifle to protect the nation, wey go take am serious, because the person believes anything happens to am tomorrow, na im family na go suffer am pass. Whatever you think, please drop your comment on the comment section once again. Share and follow the page. Thank you as you do so.